This is ARCS Society.
Here we go. We are live, guys. Welcome to the
I'm
ARCS
the first one to say
podcast.
something.
So, first topic today. I've been doing some research in regards to suppliers, and I wanted to talk about some of the more top tier stuff that you don't find on the internet. So, the first topic I wanted to cover was how do you actually find a decent supplier without getting scammed? Because I know personally some of my students and even myself, I found it really difficult with that. And obviously you have Yusuf as well.
Many times.
Yeah, so I think it's really important. It's one of those things in e-commerce that you can't swerve around and ignore. As if it's apps, but it's actually something super important to you, but you may not realize it. The actual importance of a supplier, because it's their business in the end. They are running a business as well. And finding a good supplier, especially in AliExpress, is pretty difficult because you have no connection to that person or that group of people. You have nothing, you know nothing about them, and they're not really willing to give that information to you. So the thing is, the thing is, you have to go ahead and contact them. But when you contact them, this is the thing people get wrong. You have to contact them in the professional manner that connects with them. A lot of people say, "Oh, I'll be casual. I'll be like, hey, what's up, dude? I'll try to connect. I'll be like, I'll want to connect on them on the friend zone level, But honestly, you have to connect with them on a professional level, but still have that interest in their product, that they trust, have trust in you. And one of the things that I personally found that really worked was when you contact them, you provide proof of your sales, or at least proof of your goals. That way, either that be on a piece of paper you send them, or a fax, or whatever. You attach something to your message. Because saying blankly, hey dude, I want to buy 25,000 mushrooms off AliExpress and sell them on the black market, like that's great, but you're not going to get branding on those mushrooms. You know what I mean?
I don't think that was the best example, but okay.
Yeah. Well, we can say like those magnetic underwear, like that magnetic
product.
Yeah, like if you were gonna sell that with Donald Trump's face on it and your branding was Donald Trump's face, like it's not gonna happen, without any proof. Or if you wanted to, like
I'd buy that.
What
are you guys saying? I'd buy that.
But I doubt you'll get any branding on it. That's the point. And 2019 is going to be heavy branding. Like that's going to be, if 2018 was the introduction to branding, like 2019 is going to, like, you're going to get smashed if there is no branding within what you're doing.
Oh my gosh.
Do you agree, Yusuf?
Yeah, I do. Oh my gosh, I just almost messed up my whole story. Oh boy, that was close. Oh my gosh. I almost deleted all the code. Oh my gosh. My gosh. I got so scared for a second. Anyway, continue.
But it's also with suppliers. You have to look at it from their point of view. If they get some guy who just says, "Yo, can I buy this?" or something, instead of really going into the message and really address them properly.
Exactly.
They're just like, okay, I'm gonna scam this guy,
Yeah.
because it's easy. If you address them with, "Hey, I'm from this company," and you give your credentials, they're probably thinking, okay, I can't mess with this guy. It's probably a big company, I'm not gonna scam this guy. If you introduce yourself sloppy, they're gonna handle you sloppy,
Indeed. Yeah, that's the thing, dude. Messing. They won't mess with you if you have proof. If you have proof behind what you're doing, and if you have some kind of backup to say, hey, I'm actually making sales, and hey, I actually genuinely
because they are more interested in long-term sales.
Yeah, of
than
course.
they are in one-time scams.
So
Of
I
course.
wanted to ask. I am actually, I've been like saying all day to you guys, I'm actually like contacting a supplier on Skype, and I've tried to introduce myself in like a professional manner. How do I keep showing that I'm professional and I actually want to work with him, that like I just act good. I don't want to seem dumb or something like that.
So
I want to keep a connection.
you've contacted them through Skype, correct?
Yeah, I contacted them first through the AliExpress because they said contact supplier for, because if you wanted like pictures or videos and stuff, you can contact the supplier. So I
Mm-hmm.
contact them. He's like, hey, you can come like contact us through Skype. That's where we do all the drop shipping stuff. So I contact him via Skype. I'm waiting for him now because I'm assuming he's sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
And I've tried to be professional. I tried to say like, hey, I'm very interested in drop shipping your product. Me and my brand like want to work with you, that kind of stuff. And um, he seems good. I just tried to act professional. I could send you what I said through the chat if you want. Do you want me to send that?
Yeah, that'd be great, dude. I can give you real
Okay.
feedback on
I'll
that.
actually just send the whole. I don't. Okay, no, I won't conversation because he has a Skype number, so I don't want to send that. I'll just send you what I say.
All right, no worries.
Mhm.
Look,
Yes.
the best way to stand out from the crowd in terms of contacting suppliers is
No, I want to.
going to be you putting your work into your message. So, as Freshman said, you really got to address what they want, rather than what you want. So, like, yes, you want their product, but what are you going to give them in return other than money? So, it's the same thing with influencers. You really got to give the supplier value, and you got to provide them with trust, because they may not know, but they may pick up that you're a 15-year-old child trying to buy their product and resell it online, you know? And that's not what they want. They want professional people to come up to them, and pitch them ideas, you know, pitch them their product, and you know, they want their product to be up the top. They want sales. They're a business, so you've got to handle them like a middleman, you know.
Yeah.
A good thing to do as well is when you send your first message, I'll also say that only long term you want to buy bulk. So let's say if it goes well, you want to buy 1K or 2K in order, and then they're like, okay, I want to do this. I want to get that 1K order. Obviously, you're maybe not going to do that order eventually, but it makes them more interested in total.
I agree. And the other thing was packaging. A lot of people have been asking me lately, hey, Alex, how do I get packaging on, or like not even packaging, like actual stickers on my products, to verify that they're from my brand? A lot of people are like, oh, I gotta be like, what's up, dude? I want some stickers on my products. Like, how much does it cost?
Okay, yeah, okay. Whoa, you actually say that, the supplier's never gonna respond.
No. That's what's wrong. That's what you don't say. That's not what I say. I was just bringing an example of an incorrect way
because
to
if
address
the
it.
supplier responds to you, that means he's actually interested. Doesn't mean he takes you professionally yet, but that means he's interested in what you have. So that's good.
A lot of the times, dude, they do it for money. It's like
Our company.
they won't give a crap about like if you're a big company or not. A lot of the time, it's just buy our product, you know, because realistically, it is a massive factory creating like a bunch of products from different niches. Like they don't care about trust really. But when it comes to being transparent with them, and they know that you're a big brand, that it's going to be so much simpler to come up to them and actually present them what you have and give them something of yours before you buy from them, you know, or even as Freshman said, buy in bulk.
Yeah.
It's just going to make
problem is.
Sorry.
Okay, wait.
You go ahead. Go ahead.
No. There are like really, really big companies, Chinese companies, manufacturers who make these products.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of Chinese people who are selling these products online, but they don't have the stock. They are actually drop shipping just like we are drop shipping.
Yeah.
There are a lot of Chinese guys out there who are relying on actually nothing, only that their own small company, and the big manufacturer. They're also
Yeah.
dropshipping as well, so they have no clue what the fuck they're doing. They have no clue if the where
Yeah.
the packaging is going. They're just reselling, and we are reselling.
Mm.
So that's also a big problem.
Yeah, that's the other thing I've noticed. I've been scrolling through AliExpress a lot, constantly, and lately I've seen like the same source from the same location of three of the
Yeah.
same products, and I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, who do I
Oh my
trust
gosh, you've
here?
noticed that too?
Yeah,
Gosh, I've seen that everywhere.
and I'm like,
If you look at watches,
Yeah.
they always come from the same
yeah,
place in China.
exactly.
Watches and
It's
sunglasses.
just suppliers. These people like getting the suppliers' content and like reposting it for their own.
That was my
It's really misleading, and you really got to be careful in that game, dude. And everything. Bless you.
Bless
I'm
you.
sorry, my brother's being annoying.
Oh, good.
Just mute to get him out.
Welcome. Way too shifty. What's up?
Doing my Google Ads.
Oh
testing the
yeah,
product.
that's dope, dude.
Freaking hate my brother.
All right, so we have 6 people in the call. Would love to get some more people in here to share some ideas, guys, in terms of
Get double digits.
in terms of suppliers. We really need to get around that. I want as many people finding success in e-commerce on ARCS as possible, and I'm going to be super transparent with that. Honestly, seeing a few people reaching $200, $300 days is great. But I want people like you freshmen, way too shifty, and you, Sev, I want you guys crushing it in terms of those consistency in e-com.
Yeah.
I mean, who wouldn't love that?
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, if you guys have any questions, let's go. Shoot them at me, straight up my face.
Okay.
Okay.
You want to go first or me? I go first.
You go first.
Cool.
Okay, sure. So what if you have so I wanted to ask, how do I word this in a good way? So how do I word this? What if you kind of have since you're like, say you haven't had a actually decent product, you have some sales, but you haven't had a decent product yet,
Mm-hmm.
right? And not really much you could show. What could you show them to make them actually seem like you're a professional, that you're someone they want to work with and treat good and respect?
Like if you link your store to the
Yeah.
AliExpress
Oh, I did.
supplier, you mean like that?
Okay, I did that, so I'm good
Yeah.
then. Okay,
Yeah.
that's all I want.
Dude, something extra that I can add to Freshman's comment is if you really want to go the extra mile, you can bring forward your designs. So like if
if you want to private label.
yeah, exactly. So like if you are going to go with full on branding 110%, you're confident with that, then show them what you want to do. Showcase. It's like a project at school, dude. So you bring your project to
Obviously,
school
yeah.
and you showcase the teacher. Same thing with the supplier. You want to showcase the supplier what you want to do future wise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Same thing. You got to think forward, dude. Think outside the box. It's really simple. A lot of people get it mistaken with being too casual with that. That's the only thing.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay.
so just bring
I'll
forward.
send.
Bring forward what you have.
I mean, even if you're not gonna, because say the product fails, and then yeah, you don't actually end up private labeling. You just you
Dude.
can never come back.
Honestly, like Gary Vee says, you got to be selfish with this.
Mm-hmm.
It's either you gain their trust and their product doesn't really work out for you and you leave that supplier, but you know that you did well with contacting them and, maybe making a sale here or two, but at least you made those 2 sales. That's your goal. In the end, honestly, it's business versus business.
Mm-hmm.
Your goal in the end is always going to be making a sale. I know as selfish as that sounds, it's the only way to actually
It's not too selfish.
It
just
may be
sounds
to
like
the
logic.
it may be selfish to the supplier. That's what I mean.
Yeah. Okay.
So because if if they do earn your trust, then they're like, dude, let's do brand. Like they offer you a deal in branding, and you're like, dude, nah, sorry, I don't think your product works anymore. Well, then there's going to be something there that's you may not use that supplier anymore, but if you are going to, there's going to be that friction that you really don't need.
Yeah.
So
Of course, yeah.
yeah. So you're going to be really careful
Okay,
with
that's all I
choosing
want
your
to-
suppliers.
Huh?
You're going to be really careful with choosing your suppliers, because if you have friction between yourself and a supplier, that's going to really negatively affect your sales.
True.
Does that answer your question, dude?
You guys are cutting out. Are you guys like?
Oh, that's weird. Can you hear me, freshman?
You guys are
Yeah.
cutting out.
Oh, that's weird.
I hear you perfectly.
Yeah, same.
Oh no.
I hear you as well.
You guys are like really cutting out your conversation for some reason.
Oh.
Be your internet, dude.
Yeah, probably.
Oh my gosh, your internet
I have a
sucks.
question actually,
Yeah, go ahead, dude.
because I didn't really dive deep in the whole searching for a good supplier. I
Mhm.
mostly just focused on marketing and how to get the product in front of the right people.
Yeah.
So what's something you say? Okay, if you see this on a supplier on their site on their store, it's just a no-go. It's just immediately it's just
Okay.
wrong.
So, number one turnoff is a rating under 4.5.
Yeah.
4.5 stars, I turn off. Like, no, I don't go. And the other thing, customer reviews. If there's more than 5% of 1%, so 5% of 1-star reviews, that's a big turn off for me.
Yeah.
So I look at reviews, and I look at reviews of the supplier, reviews of the product and reviews of the supplier. Those two things really stand out to me. That's the most important thing for me personally. And it's personally like it's really worked out great. I look like step number 3. I look at quality of the product. I go ahead, contact the supplier. But for no-goes, those two things.
Okay.
Those two things are the crucial parts, and this is what I'm been teaching my students. Like, you really got to dive into and do the back end
Yeah.
of the research for your supplier, because if the market f's you up, then and you're making like a K a day, you lose your Facebook pixel, you lose all your Google stuff, you lose your supplier. The shit's gonna go down the drain. So you really
I mean, if
That's
he's
not
not
good.
really sending the product. if
yeah,
he's actually
exactly, dude.
Scamming.
Exactly. So you really have to do your research in the back end to work out in the front end
Yeah.
to make ends meet in terms.
Yeah. That was good. I mean, like what happens if the supplier like goes away though? How would you go about finding like a new one?
Honestly, I've never experienced that, Yusuf. It's mostly Chinese New Year that they do leave. I'm usually really transparent with my supplier, and they're transparent with me. They will contact me because I go with long-term suppliers. I'm currently with a supplier that I started from December of last year, and I'm still working with them. So they've constantly been providing me with updates in terms of when are you leaving, when are they leaving, sorry. Are they going away? Is there going to be any discrepancy with the shipping times? Is there any problems with the product? They always notify me because I've been able to build a relationship with that supplier.
Okay. I was just wondering because that happened to Wei with one of his products, where the supplier just disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
So
That
I just wanted to get your notice on that.
that can happen. And as me and Freshman discussed, like, there are people who are dropshipping the same product from an actual supplier. So most likely it was not the actual supplier who's making that bank, but it was an independent person trying to re-dropship what the supplier was making. So you really have to be careful with that.
Okay.
The best way to differentiate a independent person from a store on AliExpress is to contact them or go onto their store directly. If you go into their store directly and they have a really crappy 3-product store, then you know that's not a supplier.
Mm-hmm.
Same with drop shipping, dude, and Shopify. Like, you go onto a store, you want to trust a store full of products, full of footer shit, full of content, rather than a store with no content. It looks flabby, looks like you made it in 3 minutes. Like, that's the biggest differentiator between suppliers. It's really simple when you think about it, but when you actually go onto AliExpress, it's the really nitty gritty bits that you really got to look for.
Mm-hmm. And if they have like the little star metal thing, that means that even better. Right?
Exactly, dude. The actual trust badges on AliExpress, that actually, freshman, that's the 4th thing I'd be looking for. It's not a turn-off, but it's rather that star and that badge that they have underneath the product that is really the barrier between me trusting that supplier, going with them long-term, or not going with them at all.
Yeah.
And the 5th thing, thanks for mentioning it, Yusuf, to answer your question, is the amount of years that they've actually been on AliExpress is important as well. That shows up as well. So you can see how many years they've been working with AliExpress as a middleman. So obviously over the years you could search through their products if they do have any on their store on AliExpress, and you can see the validity, I guess, of that supplier.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I was just wondering because I do see that a lot, and usually but those ones are often the ones with like the most orders and the most saturated ones, since a lot of people since they are trusted by AliExpress, so you have to deal with that too, which is also annoying because everyone does that. So yeah, that's not too. Oh my gosh.
Of course.
Yeah, so that's not.
Yeah, it may be that way, but sometimes it's better to go with a more trusted supplier than someone who has a product that's starting out right, but may fail in the end, you know?
Yeah.
A lot of as you say, which I think is wrong, I don't think there is such a thing as a saturated product. I think there is opportunity within the saturated product to brand it. Like, if you think about it here, I'll give you a live example. Movement watches. That is a dropshipping business. Well, it was. Now it's a private labeling company making millions a year through Shopify. They started out watches. Same way, dude. Dropshipping.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Like,
you're supposed to start
same niche. Like, dude, that niche is like crazy heavy branded. Like, you got Rolexes selling for $20K a piece.
Yeah.
Like, branding, dude. They would have found an oversaturated supplier. I'm sure they would have been with an oversaturated supplier. But they were able to market their way up to gain trust of the public and to create their own product in the end, to gain capital.
Okay, I see.
And if you think about it, like myself, I've been thinking about going local with stuff. In terms of dropshipping, buying in bulk, and maybe even gaining enough capital to create my own product.
Wow.
To create my own brand. No, it's not really a wow factor. It's just simply thinking ahead. If you really want to turn a brand into a company and, you know, hit the $1 million barrier, like, that's what you have to do.
Yeah, like you could just go to places if you know you're like an actual, like you start going higher kind of stuff, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Like those pop-up shops I always see in malls.
You got to start somewhere.
Yeah, because you're supposed to start. Because the goal of the game is that you're supposed to start with drop shipping,
Exactly.
then move to private labeling brands, and then actually go to real branding stores and stuff.
Exactly.
The descriptions are being so annoying right now. They're broken, I swear. If you go on freaking products, here, I'll show you what it looks like on my screen in the chat. This is just a super quick thing.
All right. What was your question, freshman? Sorry.
There was this one YouTuber. I think he looks way more legit than the other wannabe gurus. We want to sell you a course. And I'll link this video today as well.
All right.
He private labeled a teeth whitening kit kind of thing, and he made 1 million in sales and got 250. Yeah, he got 250 profit in total.
Nice.
And the product was already saturated. It was already drop shipped, and it was actually dead. But he knew it was a good product. The only thing he did, he was private labeling it, and
Mm.
he was putting it in front of the faces of the people that were unaware of the product.
Yeah,
They were aware of the product.
there you go.
They didn't trust the whole product because it wasn't a brand. That's all he did.
Mm.
Wow.
There you go. That answers your question, Yusuf. Like, even saturated products, if you are able to get out there and target those people who don't know about the product, bang, you can reach any possibility. Like 250k rev, like 1 mil, 10 mil, whatever, you know? Like it's
Wow.
not the product that's the problem, it's the market that's your problem.
Well, of course, a good product will sell them like a lot. It's a lot easier to sell a good product than it is a bad product, obviously.
True, but I think what I always say, it's not about the product. It's about the people that see your product.
Exactly.
Your
Yeah.
art.
Exactly.
Product.
It's the interest of the audience in your product.
Mm-hmm.
With a, as you say, saturated product, which I don't think really exists, but if you do get a saturated product and you target the same audience that was targeted, the saturated audience, if you target them, you're not going to get many sales. But if you target an audience that doesn't know about the product, or a secondary audience that has some kind of interest in the product, and you market it right towards them, you have a potential to make a lot of money.
Yeah. So what's the best way to go up brand? Just a big Facebook or Instagram page that can have followers and start posting.
Are you going
get some content from influencers, small influencers, and Fiverr?
Okay.
Like
Here's
make
my
product good?
here's my take on things. And I'm sure freshmen would like to comment on that as well. But are you going physical branding or just social media?
By physical, you mean like actual
Actual
product, like
stickers on your product.
Possibly. Again, I have to see if the product is even gonna do well, but potentially, yeah, I'd want to get like my own packaging.
Can I get a take on your budget, dude?
Well, currently I have at most, yeah, 1K budget.
1K budget. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I'm
good.
gonna be getting more with job and PayPal stuff, and
All right.
my dad is always there, so yeah.
Fantastic.
Yo, bless my dad.
All right. Number one thing before we get into branding, number one thing I'd like to mention is your budget has to be over that $500 limit. That's my recommendation. Just like with Facebook ads, that is my number one recommendation with branding. It's really a heavy thing to do because they're going to charge you quite a bit for that sticker.
Yeah.
Most of the time, the supplier has to go away to another supplier from a totally different niche just to give you that sticker.
Really?
Yes.
Really, a totally different niche.
Yeah, like obviously stickers aren't in their underwear niche, right? So they have to make that extra $3 and upsell you on that sticker, just like you would upsell a customer on your store.
Oh,
That's what they do,
okay.
dude. You have to know the back end to understand what they're doing, to understand their upsells, to make your upsells more effective.
that makes like 10 times more sense than what I thought they actually
No,
did.
they don't produce those stickers, dude.
Oh my gosh, that makes such more sense.
They upsell
Okay,
upsell that
that
sticker
is
to
a
you.
huge revelation to me.
Well, there you go,
I thought
dude.
they like manufactured everything in the factory. I didn't know. Like when you private labeled, I thought they just change up something in the factory
No.
and they just like produce it. I didn't know that. That's actually cool.
Yeah. Dude, it's the difference between them making $10 and $13.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that can mean a huge difference over time.
Is that over time, their long-term sales, that's going to mean a lot to them.
Gosh,
Like, I have my own printing shop, so I know all the different techniques on putting a sticker on, or just a full-on print.
gosh, my Wi-Fi.
There's almost no company, even in China, where everything is cheap, why they do all at one, why they do printing, knitting, branding, designing. They don't really do that. It's all outsourcing.
Yeah, exactly. It's all
Yeah.
outsourced,
So
dude.
cheap, you know.
Yeah, it's super cheap for them, but they sell it. If they get it 5 cents to the dollar, they sell it for $3.
Yeah.
Well, of course, why wouldn't you? It's still cheap.
Exactly, but it's an upsell towards you.
Yeah.
So they're keen to do that.
Yeah. But it's still like in the end, both everyone's happy because everyone can make a huge profit.
Exactly.
Mhm.
They can off you, but really dependent on you for you to do the marketing. Anyway, back to branding, as discussed. So now you understand some of the parts of physical branding. It's really important to delve into what you do online. And I know you've got a few questions in regards to that. So I would like to hear specifically what platforms you would like to brand on.
Well, obviously, because my goal by the end of hopefully to get at least something private labeled.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to go private labeling and custom content, mostly on Instagram,
Okay.
maybe on YouTube, but I have no clue how to grow a channel. I don't know how to grow an Instagram account, but that's my goal by the end of the year. At least have one thing private labeled and actually like running good. So I want to know. I mostly, now that you told me that, I kind of understand how the actual back end of private labeling works and how like the back end of all like that kind of stuff works. I just want to know like what would be a good. What about the social kind of branding, like the custom content? How would you like? What's the best way to like do that kind of stuff?
Custom
I'm kind of wording
content?
this bad, but, like,
Okay. Fantastic
yeah,
question.
for branding.
Fantastic question. The way I personally do my content creation, especially for my brand Valiant, is if I were to get people, I want you to think about it this way. You see other brands out there, Adidas, Nike, Movement Watches, getting people to take photos with their branded products, correct?
Mm-hmm.
They get big
Yeah.
influencers to take photos with their products because one, they're getting the following of the influencer onto their page, and two, it's advertising their product. So it's like a double win for one price.
Because they can reuse
Okay.
the photo.
Sorry?
Okay.
What was that,
And
freshman?
they can reuse the photo, and they also the influencer also advertises it.
Yeah, exactly. So that's like a triple win-win for you and the influencer. One, they're making money. Two, you're making money. They're advertising your page, and then you're advertising that on your page. So, like, it's the
Everyone
content
makes money.
creation with the influencer. I would suggest getting out there, going into your niche, finding someone, or even your friends, dude. If you know someone
Mhm. Oh yeah, true. Because
in your niche,
like
and you take a photo of them with your product, even if they like got 20k followers and they're real, assuming they're real, dude, you're going to get some kind of traction with your own brand.
even then, once you're gonna be starting your own brand, because if I were to start my private label thing, I would probably obviously do either niche or single product stores, because private labeling a general store, it's not gonna work in 2019 at
No.
this point, because the only reason I do general stores is to test for single product stores.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's not the point.
Well, you can
well-
brand a general store if you want to, of course.
Yeah, you obviously could. But
It's
like,
much
gonna be a
more
lot harder
difficult though.
in 2019.
Yeah.
Because everyone does general stores to test products, but the problem is that they only test a general store. What I've been told to do and what I've wanted to do for a while is only have a general store to test the products for a single product store. That's what me and other people do, at least other smart people do, because like, they don't want to just have the general store. It kind of sound kind of mean, but like where was that? I kind of got off track for a little bit.
All right, so in terms of testing, this is my recommendation: general niche stores.
Yeah.
In regards to branding, if you're going to go ahead and long term, I would do 3 product stores. I call them 3 product stores because I get 3 products, same niche, but they're broad.
Yeah, you can upsell and stuff.
So I always get 3 products, no more, no less. 3 products, I put them on a store and I sell them together. They're like, so there's one product, it's a complementary product, and then for that product, I get complementary products. So I'm upselling 3 products to the same customer. So I'm not making 1 sale, I'm making 3 sales from 1 customer.
Okay. That does seem a lot bad. Don't restart. Oh, my computer restarted. Yeah, that does seem a lot better.
That's my golden nugget. I just released my biggest golden nugget. Like, that's how I do it, and that's how I've been able to generate over.
What's the golden nugget?
Sorry?
Because the
Wait, so
What's the
you
golden nugget?
create out of 1 product store, you create a 3 product store?
Yes, I create a 3 product store, and they're all complementary, so they're all able to fit within each other and be sold together. Upsell.
because that's a problem with single product store.
Yeah.
Because I thought of this too. I'm like, how
Oh wait, I get it.
sells unless you offer more for less? Like, there's
Exactly.
no other way to create upsell.
Exactly. I'm like, you need a toothbrush, I'm gonna provide you with paste. You need braces, I'm gonna give you the braces as well with that, you know?
Braces. Yeah. You're gonna and retainers, for example.
Yeah, or retainers. Like, I'm gonna upsell you on so many things so that you don't have to go to different stores and buy them.
Yeah, because you want to keep them on your store. You don't want them to go.
Exactly.
Amazon.
And the thing is, I have, but I haven't had much success with it. I've tried to turn one of my stores into a subscription service.
How do you do that?
So a monthly subscription service, and I was trying to private label those 3 products because they were. And the thing is, the secret is, you get those 3 products from the same supplier. You never get them from different suppliers.
Why?
The problem is, if one supplier fucks you over and you don't have that product, you're not able to sell those 3 products together. But if you have them with one supplier, you're able to combine them in one package, in one packaged little box.
That is actually very true because that's even that if you are going to private label, you can tell them, hey, I want 3 products all in one. Like, I want everything, little package. That's actually much better upsell, much better to create legitimacy. And then even with email marketing, you could sell it over and again and again.
There you go.
Yeah.
Why are you hitting the table every time you're trying to make a point?
Sorry? What was
Why are
that?
you hitting the table every time you're trying to make a point?
What am I doing? Sorry?
Why are you hitting the table every time you're making a point?
I don't understand what you're saying, but alright.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, my Wi-Fi.
I can't hear you, sorry, it's really trash, as Yusuf said.
Yeah, it's actually so garbage.
I heard something with the table when I'm trying to make a point. Did I say that right?
Yeah, why are you hitting the table every time you're trying to make a point?
Hitting the table. Is that what you said?
Hitting the
Am I really?
Let's listen to that so that if he does recall it out.
Okay, make a point. We'll listen, okay?
Alright. What point would you like me to make? You put me on the line here. Let's go. Expose me.
Oh wait, are you actually exposing Zeal? Okay.
Expose me.
Oh, he's typing something.
Nah, I ain't typing stuff. Oh, it's
No, that's
freshman.
It's fresh. Oh, tonight. Oh my gosh, my computer literally can't connect to Wi-Fi at all. Like, it says 0 bars right now, but it's somehow connected.
To answer your question way too shifty, that may be the tea that I'm drinking that's hitting the table, not me. So, yeah.
Who's this here? I'll actually show you. Oh, I would. Here, let me actually just use my camera. I'll show. Oh, now it's gone now. Is it actually connected? Oh my gosh, I have the worst Yo, people hyping up this like 5G Wi-Fi. I don't get what the hype is. Like 5G Wi-Fi sucks. Like it's so trash.
Most people won't even get it, dude.
Like stick with 4G. 4G is actually so much better. And 5G can cause cancer. Like jeez, don't get 5G.
Alright. Thanks for the
Actually
theories.
trash.
Thanks for the theories, dude.
They're based
Yeah.
on the theory. They're not
Send a 5G
theories,
phone to my
they're
worst
facts.
enemy.
Yeah.
Anyway, I have to get back to the point because we're getting way off topic.
Nah, that's great. That's great. This is what the podcast is about. Like, we don't
Getting
want to
way
be
off
talking
topic.
24/7 about, like, ecom. We want to have a free chat, so So people know we're a great server, you know?
Everyone subscribe to PewDiePie.
Everyone subscribe to ARCS server podcast.
Oh yeah, we have a YouTube channel now.
Yes,
Everyone
we do.
Subscribe to ARCS.
And we have a
I'm actually subscribed.
SoundCloud, YouTube. We got an Instagram as well, which is great.
We have an Instagram. Yo, how come I'm not following it?
You should, dude. ARCS Society, dude.
Gosh. ARCS Society. Yo, we're actually the best society.
And
Like,
that's
we're actually the best. Yeah.
That's for everyone, guys.
You know Atlas shut down. The chat Atlas? The other, like... You know the one that was supposed to open up soon?
Nope.
Did none of you know that?
Nope. Is it on Facebook?
Oh, okay, man. No, it's Discord. I actually was in that chat, but then I made a dumb joke about... totally forget. I just made a dumb joke about how... I think I wasn't understanding... Like, what's it, like... I think... I forget. I think it was something to do, like... I forget. It's been, like, 6 months, right? I said something stupid, right? Obviously a joke. And then the guy... You're banned. Like, no warning. You're banned. Like, I said... Like, 2 sentences in the whole chat, and I got banned.
Damn.
It was crazy. And then they were supposed to open up like 3 months ago. Never opened up, and the chat shut down. Like, what the frick?
Yeah.
It was so
I got
stupid.
banned from the wolf pack. It was pretty funny. Actually.
Yeah, same, dude.
Wait, you both got banned?
I made a joke about that. That black people can run really fast if they see chicken or something, and everybody was laughing, but one guy wasn't. And then he called me a racist, and I was like, dude, it was just a joke because somebody else made a joke about white people. I was like, you know, I gotta counter that joke. And he
Yeah, like, I don't get that. Like, I've never understood that. Like,
so now
why-
I'm here, stuck in ARCS. Please help, send money.
like, here we're all cool if we're... Like, we don't care. Because we all know it's... Okay, we probably will care. Because, like, if you're spamming the N-word, you'll probably get banned. Because, did you know... I saw that in Hayden's chat, like, 2 weeks ago. Like, this spammer just spamming the N-word all over the chat. It was crazy. Bye, Nathan.
All right. Good night, dude. See you, Nathan. Oh, he's not in the chat. Never mind.
Oh, he's not in. No.
I was
no,
literally...
I accidentally said van. No.
I was
Actually,
kind of had the same story as freshman. I was in the Wolfpack, and I had I think I was like a staff trainee or something like that. So I was actually getting trained for staff, and I made a joke about my own opinion. A joke about my own opinion about the the users Facebook strategy, and I got banned because I talked about my own opinion on the server. It's fucking crazy.
So dumb. It was actually trash. Like, it was so garbage. Everyone, so many people in there. Like, there was so many scammers in there. Like, UC never came on the chat.
Nah.
Like,
2 minutes.
he was. I think I saw him in the 9 months I was in that chat. I think I saw him like twice. The guy was never there.
Yeah.
Like,
And every
actually
time,
annoying.
every 2 minutes, some Russian guy or some Indian guy came in. Hey guys, and then a lot of fire emojis. How is your e-commerce job or your e-commerce thing going? I can help you get fucking 100k in less than a
I'm
day.
gonna send something in the chat. I know. I saw that exact thing. I'm gonna show you guys in the chat. It's hilarious. It's so. I found it. Okay. It's so crazy. Okay. Let me see if I can get the full thing. It's such a huge text message. Should I show? I should. It's so cringy. I'll show it. You guys just read this. So much. When I first saw this, I died. Here, let me send it. I'll send it as this. Yeah, Hayden's chat is basically Wolf chat now.
Cool. Hey guys, before I interrupt, I wanted to say if that's all the questions, I'm gonna end up the podcast and we're just gonna go freestyle from here. Is that good with you guys?
I had one more question I wanted to ask.
Go ahead. If you guys have any more questions, let's go. Let's finish that off and then we can go freestyle.
I know, it's hilarious. Will e-commerce survive the crash? like that's happening in like 2 to 6 years?
Oh, great question. Honestly, I can make a prediction, but I don't really want to be wrong, alright? But look, looking at that, if the internet does have, and I'm sure it will have some kind of effect to the crash, but I think e-commerce to some degree will be shut off because of the factories in China. I don't think they will be producing as much of the product that they do during the crash.
Because I believe that there's a 10% chance of this crash being a collapse that's like as bad, if not worse, than the Great Depression, from what lots of people from Congress and economists say, which is a really high chance when you think about it. Like a 10% chance this is worse than the Great Depression. Like that's scary. But you know what happens after that? It's probably going to be a huge boom, which is going to be good for us.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's that.
Exactly.
But it's gonna be like literally, I've heard that everything's gonna burst. There's like a new housing bubble that's gonna burst. Interest rates, the student loans, the freaking car loans, credit card debt, like everything's gonna burst in this crash apparently.
Well, I think e-commerce and dropshipping, really dropshipping actually could be dying in a fast rate if this whole collapse is actually gonna happen, because if Trump stays president, he will still have that China ban or whatever, trade ban.
It's not Trump, it's the freaking feds. Like the feds are the dumbest thing ever.
They
print all the money in the. They don't even care, and then just devalue the currency, and now everyone's going to stupid, crazy.
You know the smart thing about that is if you don't live in America, you still have a chance in that.
Yeah, it's mostly gonna affect the USA and China and to a degree the EU. Those are the three biggest places because they're the biggest markets. Places like Australia, Canada, South Africa, India, New Zealand, they're gonna be affected, but not as much. It's gonna be kind of like 2008 for them. Kind of like 2008 for them, but like it's gonna be really bad. I'm dead. Oh no,
it could be really bad.
But yeah, it's gonna recover. It has to recover though eventually. But yeah, by that point we'll all be 30 with our after buying the pennies worth of real estate.
Yeah, I know. Here's a tip, not Superman. Really build up your assets. If you're able to build up your assets and you're able to sell them before the crash or even after the crash, like you're gonna make triple as much or quadruple.
Buy during the crash. Make your capital with this branding, drop shipping stuff, private labeling now. Because what I'm doing is because since I'm under 18, the crash is gonna happen sometime during my early adult times in like 18 to 22. I'm using drop shipping, so it's the only thing I can do to get capital. So when the crash happens, you can get into real estate. And since my dad is like this like construction guy, can get me all the if I want to flip a house, can get me everything for super cheap. Flip a house, buy a house, sell it. I'll be able to do it super cheap, buy it super cheap, and then just sell it once it starts going up. So yeah, that's what my goal is.
That's a possibility, of course.
Well, not for you guys, but that's like my plan. Like, because your dad's our construction guys.
To answer your question, not Superman, assets are things that you purchase that are large. So like a car, a house.
No, that is not true. An asset is anything that puts money in your pocket. A liability is anything that takes money out of your pocket. Your house, your car, they're not assets. They're liabilities. Rich Dad, Poor Dad puts it in the best terms ever. I recommend every single... No, houses are not... Your own house that you live in, Dual, is not an asset. Other houses that you rent out to other people, they're assets. But the one you live in, the one you have a mortgage that like you pay the bills for, that is not an asset. Your car that you own is not an asset.
Dude, I've taken entrepreneurship class and I know that a house is an asset.
Yeah, a house is an asset, but the one you live in, the one you sleep in, the one you pay the bills for, that's not an asset, because an asset will put your money in your pockets. I recommend you guys read Rich Dad Poor Dad. He explains it perfectly. Like, it's amazing. Like, no, seriously. If I told you to read one book, it would either be Think and Grow Rich or Rich Dad Poor Dad. Like, they're the best books.
I know what a liability is, dude, but I think we're getting it wrong because here in Australia, having an asset is something that is in your possession. So either that be you're losing money in that or you're gaining money in that, it's still your asset.
No.
That's what it's classified as here. I understand what a liability is, but if you're making...
Like, the banks have a different definition of what an asset is than what an asset actually is. Because, like, in the USA, you can put golf clubs and paintings under your asset column. Like, they let you do that. Like, it's crazy. Like, they let you put anything under your asset. So, like, it's just insane. So, like, the actual, like, definition of an asset is something that puts money in your pocket, and liability is anything that takes it out. It's like, that's basically the gist. It's obviously more complicated.
I understand that.
So a dropshipping store is actually liability for most people.
Yeah.
For many people, it would be.
Yeah.
I mean,
Exactly.
the $100 a month of worth of apps and the actual Shopify plan is not much, but for some people,
Yeah,
that is a liability.
So I had another small question actually.
That's why you need a job.
Because most of the things I know, and I do my planning beforehand. I make a shop or sell a product or anything like that. What is your way of going about it? You know, what do you do first? Do you contact first? Do you look for a target audience first? Do you look for you know, what is your way of going to? Wait, I don't hear anybody anymore.
I didn't hear a single thing.
Hey. Sorry, dude. Could you repeat that question? I couldn't hear you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
my thing cut out.
Okay, let's hope it doesn't. Okay.
Go ahead. I can hear you.
How do you go about putting up a store? Are there any tips or tricks to start off first with searching for a product or searching for a target audience or looking for influencers, or what is your, your checklist?
Makes sense.
What way goes your checklist?
My first number one thing: find your niche.
Yeah.
Find your niche. What are you going to find products in? And best tip: search through Google Trends, Facebook, and Google. Google itself.
Oh, actual Google. I thought, because I was like, are trends thing? But I was like, no, I'm like, oh, never mind.
Search through keywords. Keywords using Facebook and Google Trends, and then Google.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one way. You can also do Pinterest. You like, if you look, what I've done is like, I've made an account. Now it's my main account. I have my account. I let ads. Like I like optimized my account to get drop shipping ads targeted towards me and like high brand ads target them towards me by being like buying customer. I don't actually buy. I have that I can give you guys so that like makes you that like if you put it in, it'll like trigger the buy button, that notification that they get, and you'll become like an actually purchaser thing. So it makes like your quality score kind of thing go up.
Retarget audience.
Yeah, you become a retarget person. You become an actually high, even though you're not actually buying anything. You just use it as the code. Saint Germain made a great video on it. Like if he has a video on it about product research, probably one of the best things I've seen out there. Probably because like he addresses a lot of things that are actually super good. Oh no, Super's leaving. See you, Super. Bye, Super. Bye.
He's not on the call.
Yeah. So. Oh, he's not. Oh, so who is in the call exactly?
We've got Way Too Shifty, Dual, Freshman, you, and myself.
Okay. So where was I? Yeah. So I recommend you watch his video. What's another way? You can also just go onto people's stores, see what's selling, see what's trending, do some back end research by searching up the picture, going on AliExpress, seeing the orders that they have, using the new drop shipping tool, see how many sales that it's getting. a bunch of stuff. Like
Yeah.
that's at least what I do. I do like.
Are we still recording or not?
Yeah, we're still recording. We're still going.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I'm actually
Yeah, this is a
also
long
asking
one.
these questions. It's recording, you know.
Yeah.
So it's probably somebody who listens to us is like, okay, that's a nice question. That's my idea. I
Yeah.
know how to set up a store, but
Yeah. Hey, look, freshman, if you need any specific help in terms of Shopify, I'm happy to get on a call with you after our podcast and sort things out if you need any help.
I could do that tomorrow actually. Depends on, I don't know what the time is in. You're from Australia, right?
Yeah, I usually schedule calls. If you can give me a approximate time when you're available, and I'll see when I'm available, and we can get that sorted with you.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool.
let's see.
Just DM me.
I will message you.
Cool.
I'll message you later on.
Cool,
Okay.
cool, cool. No worries, dude.
My Wi-Fi sucks. Gosh. My computer can't connect to Wi-Fi anymore.
All right,
So wait,
guys.
does anyone else have?
We're
Is that
1
it?
hour in, so I'm gonna ask for one last question before we end up, and then go into freestyle. So if anyone has one
Go into
last question,
freestyle Wi-Fi mode and just start yelling at each other.
one last question. If anyone has any questions, shoot them at me.
No, not really. How do you fix your descriptions when they're screwed up because Shopify doesn't know how to display them? Like, frick.
This is a good question.
I've been working like for the past 10 minutes fixing this one part of the description, and now all my Wi-Fi is. Oh my.
Okay, wait. I want to say this because this is so important. If you make a Shopify store, if you make a product description, try to make the description like in a center instead on the right, because you got a lot of white space on the left and it looks
I
unprofessional.
know.
That's
What
all I
I'm,
wanna say.
what
Yeah.
I want to do is I want to split test this, because you know those like little tabs the product tabs, like
Yeah.
either at the bottom or on the side that can like shrink your description. That can like and like if you click it, it expands and that. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm gonna split test that. Gonna see how it does with and without that, because I've been told by some people that matters. So I'm gonna split test that over a few days once the supplier responds to me, because I think he just responded to me actually. If I could just connect to Wi-Fi with my computer, like it's not connecting. Like oh my gosh, it has the little yellow Illuminati triangle sign.
All
So
right.
annoying.
That's the end for the
So you
podcast.
guys want to go into freestyle?
Cool,
It's
cool.
one last question.
Oh, okay.
One
What
last
is the
question.
best
One
way
last
to
question.
increase-
Let's go.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What's the best way to increase your conversions
Conversions on what, dude?
on your Shopify store?
So
That's a broad question.
that's a
but-
very broad question.
That's like the broadest question you could ask.
Okay,
Can
let's
you
take,
be more specific?
How can I bring my conversion rate from 2% to 6%?
Oh, okay.
That's better.
Look, dude. Honestly, it's either that your Shopify store looks crap, or there's improvement. Sorry, maybe it's not crap, but maybe there's improvements that you can make. Definitely improvements that you can make on your Shopify store. Or the other option is you may need to improve your marketing strategy. That includes your ads, the platform that you're advertising on, maybe bringing in more traffic, more targeted traffic, I would say. So people who actually are interested in your product.
Yeah.
Because if
Okay.
you press the boost button on Facebook, no one's going to buy your product. I can guarantee you that. So it's really blankly advertising with an influencer being like, oh yeah, that's great, influencer, you pay them $50 and you get no sales. That's what you got to look for, dude. So either it's your Shopify store that needs improvement, and I'm sure every Shopify store can be improved. There's little details that you can improve, either that be in your text, either that be in the layout, either that be in your products, descriptions, whether that be product photos, whatever it is. There's definitely something that you can improve on. And if you do want feedback, way too shifty, I'm happy to provide that. Just send me your store link and we can discuss it. Or if you'd like to get on a call, I'm happy to do that as well. But otherwise, marketing and Shopify, that's what I'd be looking for. If anyone else would like to comment on that, go ahead. Hopefully that answers
Wait.
your question, Waiter Shifty.
I didn't listen.
Oh, sorry.
I can answer your question. I made some kind of circle for myself. I call it the circle of conversion, and it's like people
Oh, yeah,
join
you
that
showed me
circle,
that.
like prospects, and you want to give them the full circle. You want them to walk like the line of the circle, the full circle, because at the end of the circle, there's the button that says buy now, and you put everything in that circle, every step, and eventually you will see in what step shit is missing, or at what step you're doing things wrong, and then you adjust that step, and then you do it again until they get to the end point and open the gate to conversion, to buying the product.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I can make some kind of design out of it.
Be
I don't
really
know
good.
if you want that. I could send it to you.
You really got to simplify the process, way too shifty. The easier you make your journey within e-commerce for yourself, which is part of planning, what we talked about 2 weeks ago, and I mentioned it last week, but planning your store out from A to Z, from your domain name to your conversions to your products, everything. If you can plan it out on a PowerPoint or on a Google Doc, and share it with someone that you trust, and they get their feedback, then that's the best way to go about e-commerce in 2019. That's my number one tip.
No one tells you that.
Exactly. Because no one
It's
does
super
it,
hard to
dude.
keep track of everything.
A lot of people who are smart do it, but no one who comes into e-commerce does it. Like, it's so simple.
All the noobs in Hayden's chat.
Dude, that would be like, dude, that's the dumbest idea ever. I'm telling
Honestly, yeah.
I'm telling you, that's how I scaled. That's how you scale. It's the simplest stuff ever. You paste it on there and you know what to work with. And you set yourself some micro goals for your own e-com store. And it's so simple. It's so clean. It's so much easier than just thinking through your head, what do I do next? Either that be a piece of paper or a PowerPoint. You put it on that and you have it there in front of you and you know what you're doing. And it's like, all right, so Facebook ads didn't work. I need to duplicate that ad set, or I have to delete that ad set, or whatever it is. If it's not working and your conversion rate's at 2%, you want to get it to 6%. I recommend you to plan out your store. Even if you're halfway through, you plan it out. You stop with your store and you plan it out. You make a plan. What are you doing next? What's working? What's not working? That way you're going to know what to do next. That's my biggest tip, way too shifty. And that goes for everyone.
Yeah, that's really important.
Okay, is that all
example
questions?
of that? Like a PDF file or something?
Yeah, whatever it is, dude, whatever fits you best. Piece of paper, a book, something that you can write in, if that suits you best, if that's the best way that you
Write in a
learn.
book.
Best,
Very old.
no, maybe not a book, but like a notebook. You know what I mean?
Okay, I was just
Like a notebook. If you're a writer type of person, you can write. If you're a person who loves typing, type. But you need to plan it out. It's really crucial.
What if you have no hands?
Well, then that's a problem, obviously. I mean, you can voice it to yourself.
How? Oh, okay. Well, if you remember,
Record it.
okay, yeah, true. I want to say I can say something after that, but I'm just like, just end this now.
Yeah, okay. All right, thank you for joining the podcast, everyone. Let's cheer it up for our first
We need
ARCS
to
podcast. Hey.
Cheers to itself.
All right, so I'm gonna end it there, and we can freestyle from there. Thanks for joining, guys,
It's all
and
about-
see you next week. Woo!
Bye.